The Legend of Korra Season 2, Episode 6, right? 6. We're doing that today. I think this brings us about halfway through-ish of the season. I don't actually know how many episodes there are this season. It is something I could check right here and now. Relatively easily. Except, okay, Paramount Plus has a weird way of doing things. It has a weird way of doing things. I don't know how to actually check. Oh, I just figured it out. Okay, Season 2 has, this should not take this long to figure out this information, 14 episodes in it. So we're not quite at the halfway point, but we are almost there. So yeah, I am absolutely keen to watch this. I've been loving Legend of Korra, and I've been loving doing reactions to it because I also like all of your comments on the series and the little facts that people give me, and I like everything about doing this. Everything about doing Legend of Korra reactions on this channel is a fun time. So I'm going to be jumping into this episode. I hope you enjoy it as well, and if you do enjoy it, I hope you can support the channel as best you can. Just liking the video and commenting and subscribing, all that stuff really does help the channel out. I love to read your comments. Please feel free to comment to let me know just if you like the video, your favorite parts of the reaction, your favorite part of the this episode of Legend of Korra, and also if you want more content from this, you can get my full-length reactions on my Patreon account, as well as the next many episodes on there right now, because on my Patreon we're super far ahead, much further ahead than we are on YouTube, and we're probably just gonna get further ahead. So Season 3 is probably just around the corner on my Patreon account, so go check it out now. Anyway, we're getting into this episode. Last episode there was a lot of drama and a lot of tension. It was quite nerve-wracking, honestly, watching all of it play out, but it's some good character work, so let's jump into this episode and see where it takes us. So this is Legend of Korra, Season 2, Episode 6. Book 2 Spirits, Chapter 6, The Sting. A sting operation. Or a big wasp, maybe. Ugh. Shit.
Father said he would meet us at this location. He'll be here.
There he is, glowing an ethereal light.
The Avatar is dead.
I don't know about that.
We finally made it.
This
Now,
music is very like Star Warsy.
Next, I will conquer the world with my water-bending doomsday
This is
device.
similar to Ember Island players in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Nuktuk, you're not just the hero.
Oh
of
my
the
god.
Nuktuckity.
Who's doing the voice? It sounded like Tom Kenny.
He's the biggest, baddest, stunningest man I know. Battling northeast up there in the snow.
Oh my god.
When unalaq starts trouble,
Oh my god, this is so stupid. I mean, yeah, it works on kids.
Before long, they'll persuade the president to lend his troops to the war effort.
Possibly, I don't know. Maybe it works.
Not so fast.
Is she ever gonna speak?
Oh, I will save my true love.
It's no use fighting, Nuktuk. My anti-energy net makes bending impossible.
Weakening.
Nook terrible.
Will this
Not terrible.
Can he escape from Gone? The adventures of Nuktuk, hero
They
of the South.
legitimately just call her the beautiful Ginger, or is her name actually
We got some
Ginger?
major chemistry on screen.
On screen.
Oh,
What's wrong?
she
Are
is
you mad
speaking.
because I left you in the clutches of the evil unalaq? Ginger, let's work through this.
I imagine her
There,
name's actually
another one of your
Ginger.
ships has been captured.
Otherwise, that
Darn
would
it,
be kind of
Julie, haven't I told you I hate getting
more
bad news
objectifying.
without first getting good news.
Mover has gotten a great reception.
That's old news. Let's go.
All this stress is gonna turn old Black Beauty gray.
It's got to be Northern Water Tribe. They're trying to stop supply lines to the south.
Yeah, possibly.
Anything else about the attack you remember?
It was like they were being detonated remotely.
Like
the bombs at the Cultural
firebenders?
Center.
Oh, or
Wait, where are you going?
right.
I gotta
I mean, it could still be firebenders. You could detonate it remotely with
Asami, I
fire
heard the
bending,
news.
I
I
imagine.
can't believe they took my 5th favorite ship in the Varrick Industries
But I think
fleet.
they just used a button.
Named her after my mom.
I think it's a remote detonator.
Mm-hmm.
It was too dark to see anything.
Mako, Chief,
Does the
I don't
picture
think
have
the people
relevance?
attacked
There's a
were Northern
picture in
Water
there.
Tribe. I know it's a long shot, but I have an idea how we can catch these guys.
Yeah, let's all
He doesn't have any proof
He's doing
though.
a better job than you. You're a beat cop, not a detective. Now hit the street and do your job.
She's right in a way, but they're also douchebags,
Are
so.
idiots. I hate them and their stupid mustaches.
Forget them.
A sting operation. I was thinking we'd
Like
set
the
up a
title of the
bait ship,
episode.
Take it. I don't want to go behind Beifong's back. If she finds out, I could get kicked off the force.
Mako.
But
I need
also,
your
didn't
help.
Beifong go behind
My mom is gone.
the
My
police's
dad's in
back
jail.
in first season?
Ah, you need a ship? I got a ship. I want in on whatever you're talking about. I love being in on plans.
The less you know, the better.
Perfect. I love not knowing things.
All right, I'm in. Let's get
Varrick's
these
so
guys.
good. And he's a good way for them to just get resources that they need. And I totally believe his motivations.
What about Korra? No better muscle than the Avatar.
That's
Right.
true, except...
Korra. She's out of town right now.
Everything okay with you two?
I think she is out of town,
Forget about Korra.
But-
I'll go talk to Bolin.
but also they're broken up.
I did a little redecorating. It turns out that one of the perks of being a star, you get lots of cash.
Is this a marble
That's true.
statue
What
of
the
you?
fuck?
It's also a hat rack. I don't know, Mako. Figure it out. Remember? That's what you said to me. Hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess Mako deserved that. Oh my god. Jesus.
I'm running an off-the-books operation, and I thought the triple threats might want a piece of
Oh,
the
the
action.
triple threats.
How big a piece?
That is a really shady group of people to
Mr.
go
Law and
to.
Order, I might be able to convince her to give Shady Shin his bending back.
Sounds good to me, boss.
Oh, they still haven't given Shady Shin his bending.
What about the rest of us?
They can be yours if you help.
Do they give the
Ourselves a deal.
did they give the douchebag who is the pro bender back his bending? The Rami Malek voiced dude? Or is he still out there
This is right around
without
the area where the
bending?
attacks happen. Ping, stay focused.
What? Why are you so weird about it? If I was dating the Avatar, I'd tell you all about it.
This is
Nothing
awkward
to know.
for both of them in this scene. It's awkward
With her.
saying
You broke
this
up?
in front of your ex.
You broke up with the Avatar. Like that happened. Hey, Shady
Well, it's more
Shin,
like she
Viper,
broke
Mako
my
says you
desk.
broke up with the Avatar.
I want to hear Mako and Asami have a talk about that. There's so many conversations I just want to hear.
To the evil unalaq before he gets away.
No!
Is that an actual drill they're using? I hope it's a prop.
Cut! There's no kiss in the script. The
You
moment-
improvised a kiss? Oh my god.
Wait a minute. Maybe that will work. Yes! It's genius! Everybody take 5.
That kiss. I liked it. And it seemed
Oh my
like
God,
you liked
Berlin.
it too.
You're confusing
Berlin.
Ginger the actress.
And from you right now, it's like a minute ago when we were shooting, you were into me. But now you're not.
And that's why they call me Two-Toed Pig.
But
Because
you
you
have
have
two extra toes. Jesus.
That's right. And there was already a 12-toed ping on the south side.
Wait,
Keep Mako and that dame distracted for a few hours, so that's what we're gonna do.
Huh?
See, this is why I never get dates.
Keep them distracted for a few hours.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh my god. Mako can take you guys. Does Asami have a weapon of some sort? She must have brought one of her zappy gloves, right? Shit, yeah, it's not good being in the water when there's a waterbender. But I mean, where else are they gonna be? They can't fly. Or can they? Oh, I guess they can.
Not for long.
watch out! We're not gonna make it!
She'll make it. Oh, she did. She actually made it quite handily. Oh no, it stalled. Oh, jeez.
Mako, hang on to something.
Yeah, do some cool shit. Yeah. Mako
What was that all about?
barely did anything. That was mostly Asami.
Keep us distracted.
Oh my god.
Whoever paid the triple
They
threat stole
raided
everything.
her shit?
I'm ruined.
Oh my god. That's actually fucked.
My
There was
company,
so much in there.
It's over. I give up.
Well, I'm not giving
Everything's
up on you.
going wrong for Asami. Oh. Oh? Oh!
It's okay.
Maybe they will get back
Anyway,
together.
I gotta run. I know just who to ask.
I prefer Mako and Asami as a couple
Hey,
than
Mako. You're not mad
Mako
about
and
last night, are
Korra.
Who hired you to double-cross us? Change your name to No Toad Ping.
you? Really? I don't know. You have to believe
Well,
me. We never
is
met
that
the
just because
guy
it
who
would have
hired us.
no extra toes?
Bolin, have you seen Varrick around? Bolin.
Oh no, Bolin's getting a big head.
Nuck Tuck.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh, hello, Mako. That's mover speak for explosions.
We need Nuck Tuck on set. Running explosion scene.
Or sometimes we just call them explosions. Anyway, wish I could stand around here and chit-chat, but you know, I gotta go.
How did you rig those explosions to go off like that?
Neat.
Oh shit.
It's a Varrick Industries exclusive. Here, check it out.
Varrick Industries
Explosions use a remote
exclusive?
detonator.
Varrick Industries exclusive? Oh no. I don't think Varrick.
Asami,
I think
know who
Varrick's
set
just
us up.
selling it to everyone.
What are you doing here?
He just saved my company.
I bet he
Varrick
did.
bought a controlling interest in future industries. Isn't that great?
I bet he did. Oh my
Yep.
god,
I like to
Varrick.
think I'm always there to stand up for the little guy.
Korra! You're not dead! Yay! Or are you dead? Korra? Korra! Oh.
Get away from me!
Is this an island where like
We're here to help you, Avatar Korra.
the temple is?
Who's Avatar Korra?
What? Amnesia?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I can't remember anything.
Oh shit. Whew. Oh my god. Huh. Well, that was certainly interesting. All right. Well, what do we talk about? First, I guess let's talk about what we saw at the end. Korra. So we had barely any Korra this episode, which I mean, I guess for the people who dislike Korra and say that Korra is the worst part of Legend of Korra, this is probably a dream for them, huh? But for me, I love Korra, so it's very sad that she wasn't in most of the episode. But it was kind of nice to like take a step back and be able to focus on these side characters and the side plots a little bit more in this episode. So maybe it was good. So Korra almost died and then washed up, and she has now lost her memory. My god. So what's that gonna mean? Like, she's gonna have to try to get her memory back. Luckily, she's with people who know who she is. They know that she's Avatar Korra. Is that the Fire Nation Island Temple of the Avatar thing? That she, like, is that what the island that they're on now is? You know, in Avatar The Last Airbender, it was the one that had the statue of Roku, that he could only speak to Roku on the winter solstice, and so he spoke to Roku then, and that's when Roku told him about Sozin's Comet and all that. Is that where, I'm only saying this purely because of the uniforms that they were wearing. It looks like the same uniforms. But they know who Avatar Korra is, so they can hopefully help her figure out who she is and why this happened. But losing her memories, that is not very good. However, from a character development perspective, if you make her a blank slate at this point, like all the petty shit that she was squabbling over before, it wasn't petty. All the but like all of the sort of petty emotions. I think her emotions were petty, her reasoning wasn't. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. All of her squabbles and emotion that was happening beforehand is now wiped clean. So even if she gets her memories back, I think she's not going to be quite as pissed at Mako and you know, like raging at all these other people, at her father and at you know, actually she's not raging at her father anymore, but you know what I mean. Overall, I think there's going to be, like, she's going to have a bit more perspective because she lost her memories and like almost lost her life, so that stuff won't matter as much to her anymore, I imagine, which is going to probably make her chill out and be able to talk to people more calmly. But to get to that point, we have to get her memories back. That's pretty crazy. I mean, hopefully it's just temporary amnesia. I don't know how amnesia actually works in real life, but hopefully it's just a sort of temporary amnesia where she is just in a state of shock and like confusion because she almost died, and over time, once she heals, that will come back. Or maybe the Avatar state can fix it. The Avatar state can fix a lot of things, but it also, I feel like it would have good reasoning if the Avatar state could fix it, because the Avatar state is about the experiences of all of the avatars put together, right? That would include Korra. Korra's experiences would, I imagine, already be imprinted onto the Avatar state. So I wouldn't be that shocked if she could activate the Avatar state and then her own memories that were imprinted onto all of the lives of the avatars would then be imprinted back onto her. That is a, you know, wild, crazy theory, but I'm just saying, like, as a writer, if I needed like a way out of this amnesia storyline, that would be the way that I'd write it out. And that's just something I came up with right now. I could probably, you know, hammer out the details if I had more time and was getting paid to do it, but I'm not getting paid to hammer out the details, so fuck it. You writers, you're on your own. You can do it yourself. Actually, don't do it right now, because as I'm recording this, the writer's strike is still going on, so continue striking. But if by the time this comes out on YouTube, I mean, that'll be in like 4 or 5 weeks time, maybe the writer's strike will be over. I don't know. I guess, you know, if you're watching this video right now and the writer's strike is over, awesome. I hope the writers got what they deserved. So yeah, that's the Korra stuff. We also have the Varrick stuff. So Varrick, I mean, Varrick is a guy who I believe is just driven by profits. I think that's all he is. He's purely driven by money. And I think in this episode, he saw an opportunity to make a lot of money by screwing Asami over and then like coming in as her savior. Which, I mean, it kind of ties in nicely to the to what he said last episode, where he was like, I like to, you know, bet on both sides. I like to hedge my bets or whatever, where he supported both the candidates of an election so that whoever won, he looks like a savior to them, even though he was also fighting against them. I think he's doing the exact same thing here. He made Asami lose her company and saved her company at the same time. So now she owes so much to Varrick, and also he gets money out of it. And also, I mean, does he just have all of Asami's gear now, all of her shit, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they had remote detonation things originally. When they were talking about the remote detonation things, I thought they were implying like, well, it had to be firebenders because they're the only ones who could like properly remotely detonate something. But no, they just have the technology, but it's like that technology in this universe, I suppose, hadn't been invented yet. So if it's not Asami's father's company, or Asami's company now, if it's not them, then like what other major tech companies could be making technology like that? And it's Varrick. It's Varrick Industries. So makes a lot of sense. Bolin, my poor sweet himbo. So he is getting a big head because he's a bit dumb and he's feeling fame, and he's also, I think, feeling very emotionally vulnerable by feeling useless in in Mako's eyes and such. So all of that compiled together is making him act out a little bit, where it's like he's not getting love from his brother and from Korra, but he is getting love from the adoring public and from Varrick. So he's leaning way heavier into that side. But you know, you can't just improvise a kiss on on a set, my man. You just can't do that. That's just, you know, that's bad for many reasons. But he did it. Poor guy. I mean, I say poor guy just because I feel like he's just a little bit too naive and dumb to realize that what he's doing is super wrong. I don't think he's doing any of this maliciously. I think he's just, you know, swept up in this feeling that he hasn't had before. And let's face it, he doesn't have that good of an emotional support system right now. I mean, I feel like Asami could be, but she's very distracted by a lot of shit. Like, I think Asami and Bolin could be like a very cute, like, friendship there. I think there could be like a totally very sweet, like almost sibling energy between them, where they care a lot about each other and they protect each other. And I know there's like literal sibling energy between Mako and Bolin, but with all of the stress of what's going on right now, that can't really come through, because Marco's stressed for a multitude of reasons. He's also getting over a breakup with Korra, and Korra tends to be so explosive that she probably made it feel like it was his fault, and so he might also be feeling guilt for that on top of everything else. So yeah, so Bolin doesn't really have anyone right now except for Varrick, who we see is most likely doing some shady shit on top of everything else. And also, the other thing I wanted to talk about was Mako and Asami as a thing. I really wanted to hear them just sit down, and the amount of times in this show I think I'm going to say, like, I wish Mako and Asami would sit down and talk. I wanted to hear them have a lengthy conversation about him breaking up with Korra. I wanted to hear that. I don't know why. I just think it would be very interesting to hear Asami's opinion on it, or to hear at least Asami being like a sounding board for Mako, to be able to like allow him to speak his mind and to like get that off his chest. Because I think she could be a good listener for that if she can, you know, not be upset about it. But it seems like, I mean, she's probably happy about it, because from the kiss, it seems like she still has feelings for Mako, which makes sense. How long were Mako and Korra together? They were together for about 6 months, right? Because I think there was a 6-month time skip at the start of this season. So I think they've been together for about 6 months, maybe a little longer, maybe like 7 months at this point. I don't know. So, I mean, it varies from person to person. Some people, I think, just don't get over their ex for a long, long time. And some people, like I think for me, my feelings would have been probably completely dissipated at this point. Like, I think for me, it'd be about 3 months, I think, of like having those little lingering feelings. I reckon that's what it was. So for Asami, like her still having little bits of feelings for 6 months, I mean, that's pretty strong. Unless it's just like she didn't have feelings, she had lost them all and she had just gotten over it, but now in this new situation, she gained new feelings again. She also just might have been feeling emotionally vulnerable at the time, and sort of because she thought she lost everything. She lost her company. So that also might have been like she's just going to the person who's in front of her and who's trying to save her for comfort, you know? I think this is the main thing, is that he said to her, like, I care about you, I'll protect you, or whatever, I'll set this right for you. And I think in that moment, I think she remembered why she liked him in the first place. Like that sense of responsibility. But also, I mean, you know, who's to say if you two got together again, he wouldn't just find another avatar to start going out with. You know, like why he might do the same thing to you again. Maybe she doesn't deserve that. I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, that's it. That's all I really have to discuss. I think this was a kind of sloppy discussion. I think my thoughts are kind of scattered right now. So I apologize if you got to the end of this discussion and you thought, well, he was kind of blathering on and didn't say anything interesting. I kind of agree. I don't know. I think normally they're better than this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to support it if you can, if you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the reaction, please like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. And my Patreon account has full-length early access, so you can get way more episodes right now, super far ahead on Patreon account, as well as exclusive videos. And on top of that, there's now a VIP tier. Sorry, I'm hiccuping again. There's now a VIP tier where you can request a reaction from me, and I'll do it if you're part of the VIP tier. So go check out the rules for that on my Patreon account. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.